You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Dialed In Show, season 2. Y'all, we still at this thing over a year strong. This has been a pretty big weekend.
Was it?
I mean, depending
Pretty
on
big week for what?
depending on who you're a fan of.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. So let's jump right into it. The Super Bowl. The team I wanted to win won. I got some flack from. I used to live in Kansas City. I got a Kansas City, flag on the wall. I was happy for their new success 5 years ago, but I thought it was time for someone else to win, and the team I picked won.
Yeah, I was happy for Jalen. We were happy for the Eagles. I mean, and my thing wasn't even so much so tired of the Chiefs, because to me, if you win, you win. I can't hate on you for winning. Somebody should just beat you.
And that they did.
Yeah, they got their tails handed to them. Yes. Yeah. I was upset though at the very, very end. I know you say that it still was a blowout or whatever.
Oh, it was.
But at the very, very end, they start letting them get points. And I didn't like that, because the whole game, it was whatever the 6. And then, well, it was whatever the 0.
Yes.
At first. And then to 6. And then now you didn't let them get up to 20. Like, man, it was.
And they still won by almost 20 points. So it's still blowout.
Yeah. But still, it just would have been beautiful to see that huge gap where they was in still single digits. But it's all good. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts, MVP. I see in the show notes, y'all, Steven said that he is the 4th black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. My question
I'm sure you can't even name 2 of them.
Well, but part of my question is, and never mind. Let me leave that alone, because
here we go. Why don't we're not doing that. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Because y'all gonna start thinking that I don't like mixed people, and that's not the thing. Because to be honest with you, our great grandmother on our father's side was not black.
What was she, Micah?
You have to be so politically correct nowadays, so I'm not gonna say. I don't know.
She was Native American. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, but now which, like, what kind? I don't know. But yeah.
Why you saying like that? What kind? What?
Because I don't know, and I don't want to offend anybody, so I don't know. But she wasn't just a regular, like us.
So again, my question was, you're not going to be able to name it. Name at least 2 other quarterbacks. So if Jalen's the 4th, you already know one of them.
Well, okay. So we're including. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Who was the
Give
second
me a time frame.
Who was the second black? It's only happened 4 times. If Patrick Mahomes was the 3rd,
was I alive?
Yes, you were alive. If Patrick Mahomes was the 3rd black quarterback to win the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts is the 4th.
Tell me the team.
Nope. And you know who this person is. That's what's crazy. As much as you don't know sports, but you act like you know sports. You know this person.
I don't ever say nothing that I don't know.
I'm saying you know this person, though. That's what's interesting about it. Now, you definitely don't know the first person, but you know who the second black quarterback was to win a Super Bowl.
Talking about as much as I act like I don't know. If I don't know,
okay, you only know a handful of names. So think of black quarterback.
That's just like music. I know a whole lot of songs, but now if you go ask me who wrote it and all that kind of stuff,
I don't know every. I'm saying, okay, put your thinking cap on.
Give me a team.
Hold on. No, because that's going to give it away. Put your thinking cap on. You don't know that many black quarterback names. So think of the black quarterback names you know. You don't know that many. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just saying you don't know that many.
The first one I'm thinking of, he ain't win no Super Bowl.
Who?
Michael Vick ain't win no Super Bowl.
No.
The team.
You want me to give you a hint? Jesus Christ. He's married to a singer.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Yes.
You didn't, yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying you only know a few black quarterbacks. You
But
act like
see
you just know
again,
20.
out of all people who ran through my head, I wasn't thinking of him as black.
Why? His dad's black.
I just, what is his mom?
I honestly don't know.
That lady cannot be black.
I don't know.
He mixed with something.
Why? His hair lay down?
Yeah, he mixed with something. So really, when I think of him, I don't think my mind just didn't go black. I don't.
Okay. And the first is Doug Williams with the Washington, then Redskins, now Commanders.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. When was that?
A long time ago. That was before you were born.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Jalen Hurts, the fourth black quarterback to win. He won MVP. He had a lot to prove. People were talking a lot of crap about him this season, especially down the stretch. But man, that defense led by all those Georgia Bulldogs pressured the heck out of Patrick Mahomes. One of the so when people win, everybody got to find their connection to things. Alpha posted two of the players are alphas, and we ain't got a ton of athletes. So one of the guys who sacked Patrick Mahomes is an alpha. So there you go. The halftime show. Now I've already had conversations with people. Let me say this off the top. Kendrick Lamar, and I might get flack for this. Kendrick Lamar ain't a performer. Like, that's not what he does. He's a storyteller. He's deep. Everything he does is intentional. It's not a Beyonce show or The Weeknd or Bruno Mars. Like, that's not Kendrick Lamar. I went to one of his concerts in Kansas City. That's not Kendrick Lamar. So some people are like, oh, the show was lame. I didn't think it was lame. I just think maybe y'all didn't catch the messages he was sending. What did you think of the show?
I didn't see anything wrong with it till I started seeing people commenting about it. And I'm not saying that I agree with them, but I'm saying I thought that it was beautiful. It was, now, like you said, he wasn't, but he wasn't that entertainer if you're comparing him to some of these other people. But like you said, he's never been that. That's not him. So I thought there was a whole lot of thought put into it. It was very creative. It was you had to pay attention.
Yeah.
It was definitely something you had to pay attention to. But remove all the subtle messages that they were trying to send, or I don't know if they were subtle, but remove all the messages that they were sending. If you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, he sung not all, maybe, but he sung all
he
great
sang his
songs.
popular songs. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, if you like his songs, you should have enjoyed it.
Did you get the Uncle Sam reference and stuff?
What he would explain it? I'm
saying, like, Samuel L. Jackson was Uncle Sam. Like, he was representing America. Like saying, don't be ghetto. They don't want to see you be ghetto. Like, the messaging and the dialogue of the show.
How they made the American flag. It, to me, as much as all the mess about Trump going, I'm glad Trump was there.
So I doubt he watched the show. I don't think he watched the show.
I'm just saying, what better message to send, or what better time than the president is actually here, whether he's watching or not. But I'm saying he was there, whereas most time the president's not there. He's never there. Yeah. So I think that was cool. Now, and you also said that it was 126 million people watching. It was
the most watched Super Bowl. I mean, every Super Bowl is going to be the most watched. I mean, we have all these streaming platforms on the crap, but yes, it was the most watched Super Bowl in history.
Do you think now even though it was cool to see her, I think the Serena Williams part, who
is Serena Williams?
Serena Williams part was random. It was like,
I mean, they're from the same city.
It was cool to see her, but
she did the crip walk at Wimbledon when she played in a tennis
tournament.
SZA.
Yeah,
you said scissor.
Yeah, she.
What is up with you and names today?
She.
You said Selena.
I like. It was nice to me. And people are hard to please. That's the other doggone thing. People, it don't matter what you do. People are hard to please.
That
So,
is true. That is
yeah.
true.
Um,
Overall, I thought it was fine. But again, maybe looking at it from a biased lens, I like Kendrick Lamar. I understood it wasn't about the again. It wasn't going to be this over the top show. I think part of the reason is so much hype leading into it, and then he wins 5 Grammys for Not Like Us. So I think people had unrealistic expectations of, okay, what more do you think this is going to be? I don't know.
and he didn't back down from some of
Yeah,
the fake stuff.
he said, I know they like to sue and still did it. So we'll see if there'll be any new lawsuits or additions
And
to lawsuits.
and he's still on the climb in his career. Like you
I
said,
think so.
All these Grammys he just won. So to him, it's just money.
Oh, you talking about the lawsuit?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's just money. What I'm saying is he's still making money. It's not
oh
like
yeah, he's about
he's
to go on tour. So
yeah. It's not like he's at the end of his career and he don't have no money. He's still making
yeah,
money.
that's
So
true.
and
That's
are they even suing him?
no, they have not sued him.
Right. So
Sued the record label and like radio stations for
now
allegedly promoting songs.
I bet that record label still gave him permission to do that because they probably like, no, you're not about to go out there and mess our money up. So,
Hmm.
and like this, how they say there's no bad publicity. You
Yeah.
know how much this was talked about because he did that.
The
So
amount of when I was flying back, the amount of videos I was just watching at doggone 6 a.m. on Monday of just people talking about him doing the song, like so man, it's
really,
the for
he
him it's the
did
gift that keeps on giving.
he did what Trump does: talk about the controversial stuff,
Hmm.
do the crazy things that people talk about you. That's what our president loves to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I think this may be something that a lot of people will agree with the president on.
I do.
President Trump instructed the Treasury Department to basically not print any more pennies. Did you know that it costs more than a penny to make a penny? 2 to 3 cents to make 1 cent.
I never knew that. It makes sense to me. This is the part of I was going to say Dr. Trump. This is the part of President Trump where he wants to run the country like a business, and you can't run everything like a business. But
Mhm.
it does not make sense that if it costs 2 to 3 pennies to make a penny, that is financially irresponsible. It's sad. Now they've taken certain bills out of production over time, like $2 bill or different things like that. But it is sad to know that you know these kids about to grow up and they're not making no more.
Could, but okay, it could resume in 4 years with a different president.
But then to me that would be foolish. Why start it back? It's not that deep. If it's is to be quite honest with you. Now, wait a minute. Now I just thought about something. Now this I didn't think about. How will you get your change back?
So that's what I was asking someone. I was like, for those now, granted, a lot more people pay with cards and
Yeah.
stuff, and now we got Zelle and Venmo. But okay, at some point, and I doubt that'll happen in 4 years, but at some point, that's going to impact giving change, right?
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
well, it's not printing new pennies, so there are pennies
They'll
still.
still be in circulation, but like you said, eventually it's gonna run out.
But how long will that take? Is
That
the
might
question.
take. Yeah, that might
I mean,
take.
there's a lot of pennies out there.
Yeah, but see, I think that's the thing though. When we make decisions that are just, oh, it's not going to affect us.
Mhm.
So our great grandchildren, they just going, oh, you owe 53 cents, but ain't no 3 pennies, so you just
Not they just gonna round up now, or I wonder, like if his office consulted somebody who's smart, who knows math, and was like, "Oh, it'd take 25 years to run out of pennies." Hopefully, in 25 years, we're not using pennies and nickels and dimes.
yeah. I was gonna say, you know what? They should just rip the band-aid, take all coins away.
What?
Just take all of the coins away and say we on a dollar system, and if you want exact change, you gotta use card. I
But
don't see
then,
the issue with that because
or they'll just have to just change everything. Because I mean, card, why would there be change? Why would there be cents if you don't have physical
Oh,
cents?
you saying make
I'm
everything just
saying if you don't have
even?
physical nickels and dimes and quarters, then
You know what? That would be cool
why
if
would it
everything was just.
exist online but not in person?
That would be cool if everything was just even. You know what? I want to write a letter to President Trump. Hey,
Oh, okay. What
let's
are you
get
gonna
rid
say?
of let's get rid of change, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. Let's get
Hmm.
rid of change and just be on a flat everything. Ain't none
And
of that.
guess what? The cost of stuff gonna go up. Think I'm like, all right, so
Not necessarily. Well, okay, but I have some change. Not really. So
mhm,
instead of something costing $1.50, where it'll get
it's gonna be $2.
the taxes would mess it up.
Yeah,
The taxes
yeah.
would mess it up because the seller could just have it for like, oh, it's $10. But
But
if the
yeah,
tax,
the city tax, state tax, the
yeah,
federal tax, yeah, it would have to change a ton of stuff.
yeah.
Sounds good, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
But it is ludicrous to spend more to make them than But President Trump, whoever is on his team, and I know it's a lot of people, but man, they have been going through every little thing they can find. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Monday he signed an executive order about paper straws. Now I will say this: have you ever used a paper straw?
I hate paper
I
straws.
do not like them. I
It's a terrible experience.
when Trump said they break, they explode.
They explode.
I think he meant like break, but he said explode. But yeah, like I don't like paper straws.
I don't like the way it feels on your
And
lip.
then I don't want my straw to get soggy while I'm drinking something. Like,
Wait, so what? He's trying to get rid of them?
yeah,
Okay, now see stuff like that. A president of the United States should not be consuming his time with whether or not we have paper straws. That's crazy.
how's that crazy? That's the same as pennies.
No, the government isn't paying for paper straws.
In some places, they might be.
Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. President Trump is just trying to make everything around the world be the United States of America. We know that he has this desire of making Canada be the 51st state, which is absolutely crazy. And to me, I don't know why he keeps saying 51st state. He should just say a territory or something. Because how is that big old country going to be a state?
Right, gonna be a state.
Yeah, it's crazy. But um, I do think that he's going to make things difficult for Canada over the next 4 years. But I was
You think
getting
so?
at, yeah, I was getting at that President Trump intentionally had Air Force One to fly over the Gulf of Mexico on his way down to the Super Bowl in Louisiana
Hmm.
because he said that it needs to be called the Gulf of America. And he
Yeah.
said, what better time than while we're flying over it than to sign this proclamation or whatever.
Did you see Google Maps officially changed?
Yeah, I text you and our mother, and you never text us back.
I tweeted that yesterday, so I'm sorry.
That was yesterday.
No, I'm saying I also tweeted that earlier in the day. I saw your text. I went to sleep.
Oh wow, see y'all, he doesn't respond back to us.
I went to sleep.
And now Apple hasn't changed it, at least not yet. And
Hmm.
Google only did it for American users. It's not
Hmm.
like that for everybody else.
So why do you think they did it?
Just to kiss up to him, just to
Hmm.
make him feel special, for somebody to be able to come to him and say, President Trump, look at Google Maps. And I have to be respectful. And he don't have sense enough to know when he go fly to Europe and look at his phone, it's gonna still say the Gulf of Mexico. But here's the thing. Here's my thing with that. It's just that we call the United States of America America.
Hmm.
Really, I remember when I was in high school, we went to Nicaragua. They told us, they said, when they ask you where you're from, don't say America because they're going to say we're from America too.
Hmm.
Say you're from the United States. You have North America, Central America, South, all of this is America. So
Hmm.
really, ding dong, you ain't doing anything. We
But
all
does that
American.
add to President Trump's claim of then it's the Gulf of America, North America, South America?
You saying
Is it indeed the Gulf of America then? See what
huh?
I'm saying? So, okay, if all of that is the Americas,
Mm-hmm.
then is it not the Gulf of America?
Oh yeah, I'm saying, but
It's the
not
Gulf
the
of
America
Mexico,
he
Mike.
talking about though.
Yeah.
He talking about America. America and America are two different things. Those are two different things. He's referring to America,
Yes. And
and
it's not our body of water either. So it's like,
but isn't it international water?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not our, like, I don't know. It's not America's water.
Now, when you
The
look
Atlantic
at it,
Ocean ain't the America Ocean because it touches half of our country. Like,
I was just about to say, but when you look at it, a
mhm.
huge chunk of the shoreline is the United States, but a huge chunk of it is Mexico. Their whole east coast is the Gulf
Mhm.
of American Mexico.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I think he's just getting into petty stuff. Um, I would love to see, and all this stuff is distractions anyway. What are you truly doing about healthcare? What are you truly doing about housing
He's gonna say it's only been 3 weeks, Micah.
Okay, but
He's knocking out this stuff
you
so
doing
that he
all
can
this
focus on the
stuff.
big
You
stuff.
can be doing the other stuff while you got Pete Hedgehog.
Heck Seth. Heck Seth.
Yeah. He the other day talking to the military people, telling them that basically we going back to the old ways, that everything's gonna be based
Yep.
on
He
merit.
signed a MOU Monday, changing Fort Bragg back to Fort Bragg under the Biden administration. Its name was changed. I think Fort Freedom or something. But they have changed it back.
You know, when we hear people talk about them wanting to take us back and roll everything back the way it used to be, they literally are doing that piece by piece. Not saying that we're going to be back in slavery. That's not what I'm saying. I think that's a little extreme. If
Mhm.
if if it were to get to that, we need to take up arms. Um,
Oh wow.
but because look, this time we gonna fight back.
You trying to say your ancestors didn't fight back?
They didn't have the resources to,
Mm.
but we have the resources this time. I was about to say, um, yeah, we have the resources this time. I and honestly, they wouldn't even try to do that. They wouldn't even try to do that. No.
You are thinking about a very scenario. Like,
Yeah, but here's the thing, real talk though. Would would they be able to literally put us in chains again? No. Physical chains, no. I mean, unless you end up in prison or something. But the economic and social chains that are being placed upon not just black people, not
mm-hmm,
just brown people, not just disabled people, white women.
mm-hmm,
Like there are people who say that the biggest benefactor of DEI was white women.
mm-hmm.
So it's just so hilarious to me. All these people who so supported him, and they don't realize all the benefits that they had are just being stripped away.
Hmm. Oh, have things been stripped away yet? I mean, it's been 3 weeks.
He's trying.
Trying, but it hasn't happened. I am just a bit shocked by the people who are shocked at the last 3 weeks. That's what I don't get. Like,
He's doing everything he said he was gonna do.
yeah, he's doing what he said he was going to do. Like,
Except
if
for
anything, at least he's being honest right now.
except for some of the things that he said he was gonna do that he isn't doing. I thought the Russia Ukraine war was gonna be over before I even
Hmm.
get into the
Yeah,
Oval
yeah.
Office. I thought it was gonna be over. Then I want to see. They gave President Obama all that flack years ago when he drew a red line in the sand, and whoever it was at the time, they crossed it, and really Obama ain't do nothing about it. Trump said yesterday on Monday that he's giving Hamas until 12 noon on Saturday to release all the hostages. He said, or it's going to be, I can't remember the exact words he used, but they're going to, all hell going to break loose is what I think he said. I want to know, and the reporters were asking him, and he just kept saying, you'll see, you'll see. I want to know what hell going to break loose if they don't release them.
Drop a couple bombs.
But you know what? One thing people around the world they are afraid of Trump. Now, he proved that in his last term, because I think they think this man is crazy. So,
and you just don't want to piss off the United States. So,
well, but they was doing it and I'm not trying to be like Biden didn't do anything. They didn't care about doing it under Biden.
Yeah. Well, but Democrats are soft. So,
well, that's my point, is that I think that they are afraid of Donald Trump. Donald Trump say 12 noon Saturday, they're gonna be out on Friday.
Well, and look at when he threatened Mexico and Canada with tariffs, and they folded and said, "Oh, we'll send some troops to the border, just stop the tariffs."
Yeah, hey, using a strong arm might work sometimes.
Yeah.
Where's Joe been?
Living his damn life. What you mean?
But I'm saying we haven't seen a picture. Jill was living her best life.
You don't really see former presidents that quick. Like, they chilling.
I mean, it would be nice just to see a picture of him in a recliner or something. We just want to know that you're okay, Joe.
I mean, you saw Kamala. You saw Kamala.
Yeah,
at the grocery store.
She been out.
Concert. Yeah, because she like, y'all enjoy.
Yeah, she been out. We've seen her several times. But
Jill Biden was at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Jill.
She's a Philly girl.
Yeah. I know it was just Secret Service was probably pissed on Sunday.
Yeah. And then people traffic wise and just anything around that area just was like, oh, why? Like, it's not even. I saw a report of it's not even people upset about President Trump's politics. They were just, that impacts movement, man. Like, and then I'm pretty certain, at events like this, I'm pretty certain he left before it was over.
Yeah, because that would have been crazy trying to get him out, because they wouldn't have let anybody else move.
Right.
It was interesting to me that Ivanka was with him.
Well, she's been more with him lately, because they weren't, her and her husband weren't a big part of this campaign like they were last time.
Yeah.
Maybe she's getting back in good graces with Dad.
Yeah, because he said that she wasn't gonna play
she might not want to. She might not want to.
And he has a weird relationship with Ivanka anyway. Is weird. But I really wish she was at the Super Bowl. I have just been loving Melania and President Trump's relationship this term. They've just been so kind to each other.
Well, that could be for optics.
I'm saying it looks like she's happier this time.
She might be.
Mm-hmm. And
or she's like, 4 years, this is over for real.
Yeah. And then she ain't gonna have to deal with him much longer. But look, he's starting to slip back into his old self. He's starting to get them spray tans. It's like, man,
he didn't have one for the inauguration, which I was shocked.
I know, it's like he was finally embracing being old, like just, and he didn't look bad. Mm-hmm. Now he all messed up again.
Let's shift gears to Gen Z. I saw this and I wanted us to talk about it because there was a study done. Fortune, was it Fortune magazine? Yeah, Fortune. Bosses are firing Gen Z grads months after hiring them. The report said, based on Gen Z being unprofessional, unorganized, and having poor communication skills as their top reasons for having to fire the grads. I think we all noticed Gen Z they're different. Like, they are different. What is your take on Gen Z allegedly being fired not long after being hired?
Unfortunately, I'm Gen Z.
Are
I'm
you?
yeah, I'm so disappointed in that. I don't
Are you
claim to
sure?
be. I don't claim I'm in the first year of it. Yeah.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I don't claim it because um
Hold
really
on. What's after millennial?
Gen Z.
Oh, okay.
I mean the last year of millennials 1996. Um
Mm,
I'm so disappointed. Like I said, I don't ever claim it. I always say I'm a millennial because everybody I'm cool with, or for the most part, are millennials. I mean, some of us are Gen Z, but we more so grew up with millennials. You know, we were at the first year of the Gen Z mess. So don't lump us in with the ones who were born in the 2000s. Like, uh-uh. Mm.
so do you think this is an accurate take of I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, why?
One, you got to understand, and I don't know all the years right in the top of my head,
Mhm.
but I believe the bulk of the Gen Zs were born in the early 2000s. So
Yeah.
like 2000 to 2010 or something like that. I don't know. So a lot of them, when COVID came, were in like high school, college, stuff like that. That jacked them up. I mean, I see for me, I was in that last group where it was kind of cool that we were able to have an assignment online. And so,
Hmm.
we didn't have all that stuff for real. So COVID came and just ruined their work ethic. It ruined their communication skills. Their knowledge of that I got to go to work. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I think more than the fact that they're just Gen Z, I think there was a literally once in a lifetime event that took place that
So you
screwed them
so
up.
you think that's what it is. And it says
Yeah,
for I looked up Gen Z, it's 1997 to 2012.
yeah. Unfortunately, so that like 2002 to 2012 in 2020, they were they was graduating high school.
Hmm.
The ones in 2002.
Yeah.
So I don't blame them for.
I think it's more than COVID. I think
Well,
it's more of that.
okay, the
I
other
just
thing
think
that
they are at a, like you said, they're more technological, so things have come easier to them.
Mhm.
And one thing though, Gen Z is more outspoken, like as far as like I want to get paid what I deserve type thing. And my generation is more like, oh, keep your head down and work, and hopefully you get it. Like, so I mean, Gen Z has their pros, but I've been hearing a lot of. I work with some Z folks at work, and it's just different. I mean, we'll have a conversation talking about something that you think everyone knows about, and they're like, "What is that?" That's interesting.
The mentality is completely different. Is a lot of them. Um, they 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 don't necessarily remember a time before a black president.
Hmm.
They like I remember George Bush. I was young, but I remember George Bush. Now I don't remember Bill Clinton. I was a baby, but I remember George Bush. I'll put it to you like this. I remember the night Obama got elected. Like I
Hmm.
remember it vividly. I remember the how big of a deal it was. So the further we go along, the less of a struggle it is,
Hmm.
and the
For
less
them, yeah.
yeah, and so the less you struggle, it changes your outlook on life and on society. And so I could also blame it on that the millennials, at least the older ones, are the ones who raising them.
What does that mean?
So what, what I'm saying is there's something y'all doing wrong. Oh, I mean, but yeah, the work ethic is not there. The work ethic
Mm,
of millennials doesn't compare to baby boomers. It's just
right, right. Baby boomers just, oh, this is my job. I'm happy to have a job. I'm just gonna work and go home. Like,
for 40 years.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
now, Gen Z feel, oh, I just quit.
And that's why they're getting fired at an alarming rate.
Yeah, like
Jeez.
and to show you this, Granddaddy's not a baby boomer. He's a
Is he not? He's 82.
baby. Not baby boomers are like in the 50s, 60s, something like that. Them people in the 40s, they're not baby boomers. I don't think. But what I was about to say was, it's interesting seeing him, and then we have cousins who are truly Gen Z,
Mhm.
and the conversations that they have with him when it pertained to work. They were working summer job at Amazon,
Mhm.
and one of them quit, and they was getting paid $16 an hour, and he said, "You a fool." $16 an hour, and you gonna quit that job just because you don't want to do it. And he couldn't fathom
Yeah.
you doing that. But to us, it's like, I just go get another job. Or because grandma or whoever is still alive,
Mhm.
I just stay with them.
Right. I just go back and I ain't got to pay for rent. And
This
yeah.
is the and this isn't the some of it is mentality, but this isn't even necessarily Gen Z or millennials' fault to a certain extent. This is the largest um, generation, both of them, millennial and Gen Z, who are staying home this long, like living with
Mhm.
parents
Yeah.
this long.
Yeah.
But some of it's not your fault. The cost of living is astronomical. It's crazy. And then you can't nowadays it's about to get to the point where you either gonna pay your rent or eat some eggs. Which which one? Which
So
one?
you're giving a pass to Gen Z, is what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying I don't think that we should be. I think they should still get fired, but I don't think we should be in our communication about them or
Mhm.
us. I don't think we should be so harsh because
Mm.
I think some of it's not their fault.
I just think the millennials and older generations just don't like that. You ain't owed nothing. They feel like they're owed something.
Yeah,
You're not owed anything.
I agree. I go to work, do something. I agree because it's I don't get it, and
Yeah.
maybe it's just the Gen Zs we know, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. Go to work, and
Well, they going to work and they getting fired.
but it's because
Clearly.
they go to work, and as soon as something they don't want to do,
Mhm.
they just feel, oh, I don't have to do it. This whole, a place, and somebody might not like what I'm about to say. Is nothing wrong with being woke, okay?
Mhm.
But you don't need to be woke at work. You need to go work.
What do you mean?
Like out in your life in society, yeah,
Uh-huh.
everybody should be treated equally and fairly, and
Uh-huh.
you should be at work too. But what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, if you sign up to go work a job,
Mhm.
let's just say Amazon, and you go and it's more labor intensive than you thought, but you need to pay your bills. You don't need to have some big uproar at work talking about why we having to move these boxes. Ooh, Negro, you signed up for a warehouse job. Like, I don't get it. We don't. That's just that don't make sense.
Oh boy. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So don't be woke at work. Just work. That just don't make sense to me. But it's all good though. I think that both ends need to do better. Baby
Mm.
boomers need to communicate better to Gen Z. Gen Z needs to know how to be more patient with baby boomers, because just think about it. When baby boomers were 25, it's a
Mhm.
completely different world than a
Yeah,
25-year-old
a
now.
war going on and
It's
yeah.
a completely different world.
Yeah.
So, and these things right here change everything. Your phone, you
Yeah.
can, you can just, it's just different. And I don't think
It is.
you can. I put it to you like this, and we getting ready to wrap up. I put it to you like this. You know how there's always the argument about if you had to do a Mount Rushmore of basketball players or
Mhm.
football players or whatever. Um, the consensus is often, let's do it per generation or something like that.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Because you can't just do, especially in sports, like because the first black quarterback, Doug Williams, to win a Super Bowl, he went through a totally different situation, had different preparation than Jalen Hurts did with all the resources he got from playing at Alabama and Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
so different. And so, like, trying to put someone from 50 years ago on the same level as someone who played yesterday is different to me.
Yeah. So I said that to say, I think there are comparisons that are done with all these different generations that should not be done. It's completely different times. You can't compare the two. And now I will say this: if we're going back to sports, the further back you go, they're definitely better than the players now.
What do you mean?
Even talking like basketball, the game was different.
The game was different, but there was less competition than years ago.
In what way? What do you mean less competition?
You have more people that are good now than then. Why do you think like the Celtics won like 1,000,000 championships? They weren't playing nobody. Like back then, there was X amount of good black players, X amount of good white players. Now you got black players, white players, international players. You have so many more people
But more
who
people
have
that
the
are in
same
the
resources that you had to get good.
okay, yeah, that's what I said. It's more people in the that have access to the league.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But people existed. They're like how Dad used to say out on the street. There's people who could have done circles around Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know,
The
they
best
just
players aren't in these professional. Some of the best players aren't in all these professional leagues. Some people are in jail. Some people, Lynn Bias, you have to look him up, but he was supposed to be like a really good player, and then he died right after he got drafted. He OD or something. It's something. He died right after getting drafted. So like, yeah.
yeah. So I think that Gen Zs do need a do over. Like they need to go back to high school and do it the normal way. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of this stuff, again, people are not gonna like this either. Some of the stuff that Donald Trump is trying to return to, I think long term might be good for society.
Like what?
Like, and I'm not saying everybody should have to go back to work in person. I think it should be based on based on like if you're
based on what the heck you doing.
Yeah, and your productivity. If they can prove that you do better in the office, then okay. I think we've become it's a dangerous position to take when everything is virtual because that's not life. That's not real life.
Yeah.
And in particular, see, I work like this, and we can go, y'all. I put it to you like this: I think a baby boomer or a millennial can handle working from home.
You said both.
Yeah, both of them.
Oh, okay. Why do you think a baby boomer can handle working from home?
Those who can, I think they can. Those who know how to open up a Zoom or Google Meet, I think they can. But Gen Z, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so because they don't. You gotta still. You can tell. I put it like this: you can tell somebody who knows how to communicate for real. It shows up even virtually.
Oh yeah.
It shows up. So you got somebody who already don't know how to communicate. That's my Gen Z, and now you put them and we talking through a computer.
Yeah,
it's dead. So it's just like nah, y'all.
That's true. That's
you
true.
know what's gonna happen? Well, now they're very creative. Very outspoken. But what's gonna happen? Whoever is after Gen Z, their children and grandchildren are gonna have some major struggles. Major struggles. We're about to repeat the cycle of like it's about to be struggle because they don't have anything. It's like because think about it, our grandparents, if not us, if not our parents, by 30, 35 for sure, they owned homes. They had been working at the same place for 5, 10, 15 years. They were building something. the attitude and mentality now is I'm just free. But then you don't have anything. So then your children, what are you passing down? I think we're slipping into a system now that is going to be dangerous years down the road because we want to be so doggone free and happy. Then none of our parents or grandparents get what they got because they was happy.
Well, some of them might have been happy. But I get what you're saying. Yes. That's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us.
Stop trying
on
to
the
be so
Dialed In
happy,
Show.
y'all.
What'd you say?
Stop trying to be so happy, y'all. Go to work.
You could be happy and work.
You can, but I'm saying your happiness cannot dictate if you get your bills paid. Like that's no. You gotta handle your business. That's
We're
all.
going to end this. We'll let Micah continue to rant offline. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I haven't seen them subscribe numbers go up on YouTube in a while. I don't know. Micah has the metrics on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. Now, I yesterday was looking at some of the numbers on Instagram. Not even necessarily the followers, but like just the
Interaction.
Yeah, the interaction is really good on Instagram. But yeah, y'all slacking on YouTube. So tell your mama, your friend, your ex, tell them, hey, check this out, the Dialed In Show. Tell them to get dialed in.
All right. See you guys same time, same place next week.
You normally do. You saw Trump doing this while he kept getting ready to fall. Did you notice? He kept grabbing the thing. But see y'all later.
You see how he don't end the show?